Hi Cameron, nice to be with you today. Thanks for coming here for this conversation.
Thanks for inviting me, Lynn. Nice to be here.
Yeah. As you know, the Salvation Army in Australia, we've got about 300 core or faith expressions. We're one of the largest providers of social services. And over the last few years, we've instituted the local mission delivery operating model, which is really helping us to work collaboratively to achieve our vision and our mission. And in the vision statement is this phrase that says we want to transform Australia one life at a time with the love of Jesus. So I'm really looking forward today with you in conversation to be exploring this idea of transformation, what that looks like. But before we get into that, for those who are listening in who don't know you, can you introduce yourself?
Sure thing. My name is Cameron Parsell. I'm Professor of the Social Sciences at the University of Queensland, and I studied social work originally, and then I've been working in the homelessness space and child protection space. And for about 10 years, doing a lot of research alongside the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I know most people know you, Lynn, you're quite famous, but for those who don't.
Yeah, I too studied social work and then more later theology and mission, and love bringing together all of those elements, which I think really are a perfect match for the Salvation Army. So for 26 years, been a Salvation Army officer, and I'm currently a core officer, so really enjoying being in local community, where I guess I'm really engaging with this idea of engaging with our community in a way that's respectful and that is both offers transformative potential, which is actually one of the phrases from our values. So some of our engagements with each other, though, are transactions, really. We go to the bank, we get our money, we leave, there's transactions. And some of them are transformational, as in, you know, I'm loved and I'm cared for and I grow. So help us explore what's the difference between those for us?
Transactional, most of the interactions we have in life are transactional. When people come to the Salvation Army, often they might want a transactional approach. A transactional approach might be the most appropriate. They might simply want a gift card. They might want a meal. They might want some new clothes, a bed for the night. These are all the kind of things that are transactional. People have an immediate need, and let's be honest, most of what the Salvation Army does is going out there and actually meeting that need where society's failed. So a transactional approach can be absolutely appropriate. However, it's not enough often. And what we know, it's not enough because people are interested in or open to a transformation in their lives. And we know that transformation can play an absolutely valuable part of what the Salvation Army is about. Transformation in these ways is much more than meeting an immediate need. It's about working with someone, being with someone in relationship to think about what's possible in life, what's different in life, what's more flourishing and fulfilling in life. These are things that far extend beyond the transaction. But sometimes the transaction's okay, but often it's not.
Not enough.
Not enough, no.
I remember being at a core where I was a core officer, and we had a birthday party for a gentleman who had really significant intellectual disability, and we knew his name and we had a cake and we were the only people celebrating with him. And I remember thinking, this is somewhere where people know your name and they know it's your birthday and they celebrate with you. And I thought it was just a beautiful moment of real transformational engagement that was far beyond offering a service. So,
well, I was going to say, what we're learning from research with the Salvation Army is that some core offers, some volunteers are actually able to embed some of that transformational approach that you just spoke about into their transaction. So when they're providing the gift card or the bed or the birthday, they're doing it in a way that's driven by love and connection and wanting to have a relational approach, even if they're just providing a one-off service.
You know, it seems to me the gospel, when I read of Jesus' encounters with people, it was always creating the context for them to grow and to change and develop, myself included. And so this idea of transformation, of growth and of development, of metamorphosis, it seems really central to the heart of the gospel, and therefore really important that we as the Salvation Army are on that journey too. But really key to me also is that it's a mutual thing.
It's a mutual thing, and it's an invitation always, isn't it? It's never about you need to engage in this transformational approach. It's always an invitation. And when it's an invitation, then we're on equal footing, aren't we, Lynn? And it's about, absolutely, someone might like to be in a relationship to progress transformation. But what is a relationship? That means that I'm also transforming as well, aren't I? It's not me transforming someone else or a core officer transforming someone else. In relationship, we lift each other up. We transform together. And I think that's what's really critical here when we think about transformation. It's never just doing something to someone, it's doing something with someone, and then we benefit. We're a part of this in relationally.
Yeah, no, that's good. Hey, we've got a few conversations to go and we'll be able to pick up some of these ideas and explore them in more depth. But great talking to you.
Thanks,
Look
Lynn.
forward to talking again soon.